Throughout history, humans have been confined by various prisons. Physical chains in ancient times, religious dogma in Middle Ages, and political oppression in more recent centuries. Today we face a different kind of confinement, what I call the psychological dark age. It's not chains that binds us, but expectations. Not cells that trap us, but societal blueprints for who we should be. This invisible prison might be the most dangerous one yet, because most people don't even realize they are in it. The greatest lie we've been told isn't about what we can achieve, it's about who we are allowed to become. I quit smoking at 16, gave up alcohol 4 years ago. I still drink coffee but kept it at 3 cups a day. Not because I wanted to be a monk, not because I wanted to be better, because I wanted to know what it felt like to be myself. Turns out I had no idea who that person was. We live in a world where we are self-praised for self-destruction if results look good. Today I want to talk about why authenticity isn't just a buzzword, it's the ultimate rebellion, and how breaking free from society's expectations might be the most radical act of courage you'll ever commit. The core issue isn't just distraction, it's what I call the identity trap. I grew up believing there was only one way to succeed. Get good grades, memorize every fact, keep your head down. Don't question the system. This conditioning starts early. That day I forgot my homework and wet myself in front of my class at age 10. That moment taught me school wasn't designed to make me curious. It was designed to make me compliant. You are rewarded for obedience, not creativity. For memorizing answers, not asking better questions. Later when I realized I was queer and gender fluid, I had already learned the rules. Conform, hide, and survive. The education system was never built to prepare us for fulfilling lives. It was built to train workers. This programming extends beyond school. It shapes how we define success, relationships, and even our bodies. If you don't consciously design your own operating system, you will adopt someone else's. If you don't choose your own stress, your stress will choose you. If you don't get honest about your vices, they will become your values. Number 1. You are exhausted by maintaining appearances. Before I wore a whoop to track my sleep, I convinced myself 5 hours a night was enough. That my best ideas came after a few drinks. That exhaustion was just part of being driven. The data doesn't lie on my whoop. My sleep was garbage, my heart rate variability was in the gutter, and my moods were chaotic. The worst part, I kept performing. No one could tell. That's how the trap is set. Ask yourself, how much energy do you spend maintaining an image that doesn't reflect who you really are? The gap between who you present to the world and who you actually are, that's where anxiety lives. Number 2, your self-worth is tied to external validation. Early in my career at a fast-paced agency, staying late was worn like a badge of honor. I remember catching that last MRT train home and getting called back to the office at midnight. And I turned around because I didn't want to upset anyone. I did the work, took a cab home, angry, confused, but mostly defeated. And for what? That was the night I learned no amount of loyalty protects you in a system designed to extract everything until you break. Your likes, your followers, promotion, and salary, these aren't measures of your worth. They are measures of your compliance. True validation can never come from outside. It's an inside job. Number 3, you have normalized self-destructive behaviors. We live in a world where burnout is celebrated, sleep deprivation is a status symbol, and neglecting relationship is justified as ambition. I did not stop drinking because I had a problem. I stopped because I had a vision. Society sets you up for this. Be a good student, memorize the facts, climb the ladder, chase the title. If you are lucky, you get some of your time back at retirement. But no one tells you that the ladder is designed to collapse. And the only thing worse than losing your job? Realizing you spent years building someone else's dream while ignoring your own. Your body knows the truth before your mind admits it. Number 4, you fear what others might think of you if you change. People often ask, will you ever transition? As if gender is a finish line, a fixed identity, or a checklist to prove legitimacy. Right now, I exist in the in-between. Some days he fits, some days they fits right. And sometimes being called she doesn't feel out of place either. The fear of judgment keeps us in boxes we have outgrown. I refuse to let outdated expectations define me. Identity isn't about making others comfortable. It's about making space for people to be who they are truly without fear. What version of yourself are you hiding because it doesn't fit the narrative others have of you? The greatest prison is one we build ourselves, brick by brick, with every authentic impulse we suppress. Number 5, you can't articulate what you truly want. Most people talk about solving big world problems, but how can you help the world if you haven't helped yourself? We sweep our problems under the rug, pretending they are not urgent, chase the next role, the next race, the next validation, all while the foundation beneath us rots. For me, the problem was simple but undeniable. How do I create a life where I can afford to give my daughter what she needs without breaking myself to do it? That became my why, that became my strategy, that became my business. Your deepest desires might be buried under years of conditioning about what you should want. Number 1, design your operating system. Don't adopt someone else's. I did not leave my last job because I had something better lined up. I had no safety net, grand plan, or updated resume. Just a neurodiverse daughter who needed me to show up fully. Because she had 4 therapy sessions a week, meltdowns that can last up to 30 minutes and beyond, there was no corporate job flexible enough, no title prestigious enough, no salary secured enough for what she needs. So I stopped chasing someone else's version of success and started building something I could own. Your operating system determines not just what you do, but how you think, what you value, and who you become. The first step is auditing the beliefs you have inherited about work, success, relationships, and even your body. Ask, is this belief serving my authentic expression or is it limiting it? Then consciously choose your values, not based on what's been programmed, but on what aligns with your truth. Number 2, embrace the freedom of fluid identity. Gender is not a destination, it's a journey. It's not about arriving at one fixed identity, but embracing the fluidity of who you are. This applies beyond gender, to all aspects of identity, career, relationships, beliefs. I've been laid off 3 times. The first time, I took it very personally. The second time, I told myself it was the economy. And the third time, I finally understood I was never in control. The freedom that comes when you stop identifying so strongly with any one single version of yourself. You are not your job title. You are not your relationship status. You are not your past failures or successes. You are the awareness watching it all unfold, capable of reinvention at any moment. This fluidity isn't weakness, it's the ultimate strength in a world of constant change. When you are not attached to who you were, you are free to become who you might be. Number 3, build from your scars, not despite them. You can build a business from your scars. I know because I did. Not in a straight line, not with a perfect funnel, not with VC funding or a dream team, but with stories I was once too ashamed to share, like being a queer founder navigating leadership in rooms that still confuse vulnerability for weakness. or parenting a neurodiverse daughter while building a one-person business that keeps the lights on and our nervous systems intact. Most people think storytelling is about being inspiring, but that's a lie. The best stories are the ones that make people feel seen, not impressed, not amazed, just less alone. Your wounds aren't weaknesses, they are wisdom. Your struggles aren't setbacks, they are specializations. The second time I got arrested, I was 16. While waiting for my parents to bail me out, I watched a grown man scream because no one would come for him. That moment still haunts me. Right then, I saw my future if I didn't change. Your scars give you perspective others don't have. And perspective is the most valuable currency in the creator economy. Number 4, create non-negotiable rituals that ground you. My days don't start with a screen. They start on a bicycle. Every morning, I cycle my daughter to school. Morning light on our faces, legs pumping, minds waking up. It's a simple ritual that grounds me as a father, a creator, and human. After drop-off, my work truly begins. Not with writing, but with connection. Replying to DMs, DMing new connections. Because in a one-person business, your network isn't an afterthought, it is the business. Then I shift to creation. 4 hours of deep, focused work. No distractions. That's the heartbeat of my business. Afternoons are for the optional. These are meetings, podcast interviews, panels, things that add optionality. Late afternoon, I hit the gym to reset my body so my mind can rest. By evening, the loop closes where it started with my neurodiverse daughter and bedtime stories. This rhythm didn't happen by accident. It was built intentionally. You need 3 habits to stay sane and skilled. 1 to fill your mind, 1 to empty your mind, and 1 to use your mind. Your rituals reveal your priorities, and your priorities create your life. Number 5, choose problems worth solving. When I realized I was queer, I had already learned the rules: conform, hide, survive. But I know now that the education system was never built to prepare us for a fulfilling life. It was built to train workers. That's why most of us graduate with degrees. Proof that we can endure years of doing what we hate and call it success. But deep down, we know we are here to do more than survive. We are here to create, to explore, to live fully awake. The most meaningful work comes from the problems directly in front of you, not the one society tells you to solve. For me, it was creating a life where I could support my daughter's needs without breaking myself. For you, it might be different, but I guarantee it's closer than you think. Ask yourself, what problem is begging to be solved right in front of me? That's where your most meaningful work starts, not in grand ambitions, but in the pain points you understand intimately. When you solve problems that matter deeply to you, authenticity isn't just possible, it's inevitable. We started by talking about the psychological prison of expectation. But here's the truth. The door has always been unlocked. I didn't stop drinking because I had a problem. I stopped because I had a vision. There is no one purpose, but if you want to discover yours, start by pulling out the weeds. Start with the obvious, the superficial, not the lofty mission statements, not the 5-year plan. Just the thing that's making you tired, distracted, and anxious. Fix that first. That's how you create the glitch in the matrix. That's how you evolve. You want clarity? Create it. You want peace? Earn it. You want your life back? Reclaim it one decision at a time. Authenticity isn't about perfect alignment with some ideal self. It's about the courage to listen to your own voice in a world shouting for your attention. It's about making space for people to be who they are truly without fear. This isn't a video about health or identity or productivity. It's about freedom. If something in this resonated, know that you are not alone on this journey. I would love to hear which of these 5 paths speak most deeply to you. Drop a comment below. I'm still on this path myself, learning and unlearning every day. Because the real flex isn't proving how much you can suffer, it's building a life you don't need to escape from. Until next time, this is me asking, what would your life look like if you stop playing by the rules you never chose?